Oh, you better sit your messy self down, because what's about to hit your screen isn't just tea. It's a boiling, backstabbing baby mama bombshell that just blew Harlem off the map. Tell me something. What happens when the king of Dipset thinks he can juggle street cred, secret cribs, and side babies, while his queen's been silently collecting every damn receipt for years? Oh yeah, it's over, 'cause Chrissy just detonated the whole circus. And guess who's at the center of this love triangle from hell? None other than Jim, I swear I'm Faithful Jones. And the internet's newest villain turned vixen, Ciara Princess Harris, a name he never wanted in your mouth. But now it's trending harder than his last mixtape. From leaked burner phones to luxury baby shower bills coded as studio expenses. This mess has everything: betrayal, wire transfers, shady cousins, and a side chick allegedly sipping champagne with the IRS on speed dial. And Chrissy. Oh, she's done playing WIFEY, so buckle up, mute your notifications. And maybe hide your man, 'cause the streets are whispering. Dipset is done and the receipts just hit. Stay tuned, 'cause this mess is only getting started. Let's not play dumb. You already knew something shady was bubbling beneath that picture-perfect Dipset fantasy. Jim Jones, Harlem's unofficial mayor and professional We Fly High flexer, has been acting like the world's most loyal street king. But let's be Rihanna Man, who's dodged marriage for 20 years, keeps more burner phones than he has platinum plaques, and hides studio expenses like FBI files is ever just working late at the studio. And now the truth. It's not just slipping through the cracks, it's pouring out like a broken faucet. And Chrissy's the one who twisted the handle. For years, Chrissy was the poster child for ride or die. While fans laughed at her crying over proposals and called her desperate, she stayed loyal, held down a man who couldn't even hold down a promise. She defended Jimmy to the blogs, smiled through cheating rumors, and acted like the crown never tilted. But behind the scenes, she was documenting everything like she was filming her own true crime series. Leaked texts, quiet screenshots, recorded calls in the middle of the night when his voice was just a little too soft, a little too guilty. She didn't just suspect, she knew. She waited. And now she's done waiting. The first real clue dropped 2 Christmases ago. Chrissy found cash missing from a wedding fund she thought they were finally using. Destination venue booked, dresses picked out, Mama Jones even approved the guest list. But suddenly, Jimmy pulled the plug, said the money had to be reinvested. In the studio. The studio, of course. It's code for a new 1-bedroom tucked away in Jersey leased under a fake LLC that didn't even have a website. That was the beginning. What came next was a trail of digital fingerprints so sloppy it's a miracle he wasn't caught sooner. Wire transfers under names like Event Decor Services and DJ Mixer Repairs. Thousands disappearing every month while Chrissy sat at home thinking they were saving for a house in Miami. Then came the night Chrissy broke. According to a leaked voice note, she confronted Jimmy after finding a second burner phone he forgot to lock. Inside, messages from a contact named Mixer Queen. And no, she wasn't fixing equipment. Screenshots revealed hotel bookings, car service confirmations, baby registry links. Even a photo of Jimmy holding a newborn with a caption that read, "You and me against the world, princess." Not exactly subtle. That's when Chrissy snapped. And the voice note that leaked the next morning wasn't rigid, was surgical, cold, controlled, terrifying. Her voice shook. Not from fear, but from the weight of years carrying a man who was never hers alone. She said, "You think I didn't know? You thought your little princess would stay hidden, Kami. Your secret's been eating me alive. But guess what? I'm done covering for you." And the internet exploded. Within hours, Twitter turned into a digital courtroom. People dug up old footage from award shows, matching Jimmy's public dates with Ciara's pregnancy timeline. One TikTok user even matched the baby's birth date to a weekend Jimmy canceled 3 shows, citing exhaustion. Turns out that same weekend, Ciara gave birth at a private suite in Hoboken, fully funded, according to anonymous sources, by Jimmy's management card. And guess who signed off the wire? One of Jimmy's closest cousins, who, according to several DM leaks, knew everything from day one. It didn't stop there. Another anonymous insider, let's call him Dre, contacted 3 gossip bloggers the same night the voice note leaked. He warned them to watch tomorrow's headlines, said Jimmy was cooked and Chrissy was about to talk crazy. He wasn't lying, because as soon as that note hit the airwaves, everyone and their uncle had something to say. Meme pages lit up, using old Dipset tracks as background to side-by-side clips of Jimmy hugging Chrissy in public, and sneaking into clubs with Ciara in grainy, suspicious footage. The caption read, "Harlem's finest," or "Harlem's fakest." The comments section was pure fire. Meanwhile, insiders claimed Chrissy wasn't done. They say she met with Ciara in a private hotel suite in Midtown weeks before the voice note leaked. Shades on, hair up, Chanel bag big enough to carry both a cease and desist letter and a taser. Allegedly, she told Ciara, "He might be your baby daddy, but he's my legacy. Decide what part of this mess you want to own." And what did Ciara allegedly say? "Ask him about my rent, my Jeep, and my baby's birthday fund before you come for me sideways." The audacity. Sources say Chrissy went home that night, poured herself a drink, and made a decision. Not to fix it, not to forgive, but to blow it all up. Because when Harlem's most loyal woman gets tired of pretending, the silence turns into strategy. She compiled everything: screenshots, bank records, texts, call logs. Passed it all to her legal team. Not for court yet, just in case Jimmy decided to go public with another lie. And then the investigator got involved. The private eye, hired by Chrissy's team, reportedly dug through years of financial statements and found a twisted breadcrumb trail of deceit. Studio advance money rerouted into prepaid debit cards. Rent checks issued from shell charities, allegedly meant for youth music programs. Yes, you read that right, charity money used to pay hush funds. That sticks. This isn't just relationship drama. It's fraud. It's embezzlement. It's a federal investigation waiting to happen. Jimmy didn't just cheat on Chrissy. Me didn't cheated the entire city. Mama Jones, meanwhile, is furious. A leaked audio clip allegedly caught her yelling at someone off camera, saying, "I told that boy keep his zipper zipped. Now look my name out here too, and in Harlem." That means something. Word is even the barbershop regulars who've ridden with Dipset since the mixtape days are side-eyeing Jimmy like he's the villain of the whole movement. Because no matter how much street clout you've got, when you let a fake LLC take down a 20-year relationship, the streets notice. While all this unfolds, Chrissy's been silent but calculated. Rumors say she's in talks with 2 streaming platforms for an exclusive docuseries. Working title, Ride or Die, Never Again. She's reportedly ready to tell it all. The fake proposals, the hidden child, the burner phones, the Instagram lies. Every single betrayal wrapped in a velvet voiceover and backed by hard legal evidence. And if that show drops, it's game over for Jimmy. There's no PR recovery from this kind of wreckage. And still, Jimmy hasn't spoken. Not a tweet, not a post, not even a pity story with a fake news sticker. His IG is frozen, like he's hoping the silence will make it all disappear. But the problem is, the silence just makes the noise louder. Because for every day he hides, Chrissy's receipts are getting louder. And Ciara still hasn't said a word, not a denial, not a threat, nothing. Which only makes it worse. It's because sometimes silence doesn't mean innocence, it means power. Then came the real kicker. The private investigator found an old burner phone Jimmy allegedly used to contact Ciara during the early days, stored under the name DJ Mixer Repairs. It held dozens of messages, some of them voice notes. Jimmy begging her to stay quiet, offering more money, promising she'd be taken care of. One message even said, "Chrissy will never know. Just give me time." But time ran out. And now Harlem's watching their once iconic rap king spiral into scandal, dragged not by the media, but by the two women who knew him best. The investigation didn't stop at the texts. The investigator uncovered photos Jimmy sneaking into the Jersey apartment late at night, always in a hoodie, always alone. Except he wasn't. Neighbors claim they saw baby formula, diapers, even a second crib delivered by courier. Nobody carries a duffel bag that heavy unless they're hiding more than sneakers. And when a man disappears for whole weekends with no service in a city with 5 bars of 5G, you know the story. This isn't a misunderstanding. This is a double life, fully funded and now fully exposed. Jimmy's team, what's left of it, is scrambling. According to one source, they're begging Chrissy behind the scenes not to go full nuclear, offering hush settlements, podcast appearances, anything to slow her down. But Chrissy, she's not blinking. Because when a woman's been loyal long enough to watch her own name get dragged while protecting yours, the final straw isn't a fight, it's a funeral. And in this case, she's burying your whole image with it. And just when Jimmy thought it couldn't get worse, the streets decided to finish the job. 'Cause Harlem never forgets. And Chrissy's voice note wasn't just a confession. It was a declaration of war. Within 24 hours, every gossip blog, site account, and YouTube channel was lighting up like Christmas in Times Square. The receipts weren't just leaking, they were flooding, and the public, oh, they were ready to drown in drama. It started with a whisper, then a wildfire. Someone from Chrissy's camp, possibly a former VH1 crew member with a taste for mess, sent 3 anonymous files to a shady pop culture site with one cryptic caption: "Ask about Mexico 2019. Ask about Lawn 2020. My cousin, a whole triple threat." That was all it took. Twitter turned into a forensics lab. Reddit threads went full FBI. TikTok detectives started building timelines like this was a true crime series. They matched Jimmy's tour schedule, Chrissy's Instagram vacations, and a suspicious baby bump on a woman who wasn't Chrissy in a blurred club photo from Cancun. And guess who was standing next to her in that photo, looking real familiar in a Dipset chain? Yep, Jimmy. The term Lawn 2020 sent people digging even deeper. Turns out that's code for a birthday party that was supposed to happen at Mama Jones' house, but Jimmy bailed last minute, citing family emergency. Meanwhile, leaked Airbnb receipts placed him across the country, renting a luxury property in California with a guest list that included, wait for it, CP Harris and infant amenities. Infant amenities. Not even trying to hide it anymore. And while the world gasped, guess who finally stirred the pot in real time? None other than Dre, the same sketchy cousin who leaked the original blog tips. This time, he didn't bother with secrecy. He posted a blurry video to his private story showing Jimmy pacing in a hotel room, yelling at someone on the phone. In the background, you hear him say, "She's gonna kill the brand." Man, Dipset's not surviving this. Call Ciara and fix this before it's all over. But it was already over, because around the same time that video leaked, Ciara Princess Harris made her first move. No live, no IG post, no subtweets. Just silence. But the kind of silence that shakes a room. Word on the block. She had been quietly meeting with a high-powered attorney known for flipping celebrity scandals into multi-million-dollar settlements. A lawyer who doesn't just file lawsuits, she files documentaries, book deals, and network contracts. Sources say Ciara handed over screenshots, bank statements, and a signed NDA one that she claims Jimmy violated the moment he let Hayes' voice note go public. And here's where it all starts to bleed into legal territory. 'Cause that NDA wasn't just about silence, it was about payments, child support, and a mutual agreement to avoid reputational harm. Now that everything's out, harm has been done. Publicly. Permanently. Ciara's legal team allegedly filed a breach of contract notice within 48 hours. It's not just that. But they also tipped off federal investigators about potential financial discrepancies involving the hush money. Remember those sketchy wire transfers under fake LLC names? Yeah, if those funds weren't declared on tax documents, and if charity money was involved, that's no longer tea. That's tax fraud. Meanwhile, Chrissy's still silent. Publicly, at least. But insiders claim she's already finished recording a 3-episode docuseries. No green screen. No producers feeding her lines. Just Chrissy, a glass of wine, and a folder labeled The Files. Rumor has it the first episode opens with her sitting in a dark room, flipping through photos and whispering. You ever love a man so deep, you start losing yourself piece by piece. The rest is allegedly pure fire voice notes, emails, tracking receipts, even footage of Jimmy sneaking out the back of a hotel in sweatpants at 3 a.m. with a stroller and a bag labeled Princess Supplies. It's not just messy anymore. It's methodical, deliberate, revenge curated with elegance and venom. And it's working. Dipset fans are turning. One by one, old heads who once screamed Ballin at every block party are now tweeting. Things like, man, Jimmy ain't who I thought he was. Promoters are quietly pulling him from club flyers. A rumored reunion tour was just postponed indefinitely. And you know what that means? Cancelled in slow motion. Even Mama Jones, the most ride-or-die momager in the game, is cracking. A leaked clip showed her pacing outside a Harlem beauty salon, screaming into a phone. That boy didn't just fumble the bag, he lit it on fire and danced around it. When your own mother stops defending you in public, oh, it's over then. Came the cherry on this toxic sundae. A former Dipset road manager, Anonymous, course dropped a dossier of files through a burner Reddit account titled The Fall of Capo. In it, allegations that Jimmy funneled hush money to Ciara through a charity he co-founded for underprivileged youth. That money, which was meant for music equipment, reportedly went to cover baby expenses, rent, and transportation. The post included spreadsheets, screenshots of Venmo aliases, and yes, a photo of a crib with the Dipset eagle embroidered on the blanket. Let's be clear. This is no longer just about cheating. It's about deception, financial abuse, and public manipulation. And fans are eating it up. One viral TikTok video shows Chrissy's voice note dubbed over a Dipset beat with a girl fake crying and lip-syncing while holding a fake baby doll. The caption: when your man promises you the world but funds someone else's zip code instead? 12 million views in 3 days, and where's Jimmy in all this? Hiding hard. According to sources close to his inner circle, he's holed up at Mama Jones' house with 2 phones, no internet access, and a pit in his stomach. One alleged friend told a blog he feels like he's living in a nightmare. He keeps asking how it got this far. And the answer? Simple. You've played 2 queens like pawns, and now you're the one getting checkmated. Meanwhile, Ciara Princess Harris is reportedly preparing to testify. Not in court yet, but in front of cameras. Word is, she signed a deal with a major streaming platform for a sit-down interview. Working title, The Princess Files. No dramatic editing. No blurred faces. Just her telling her side of the story, backed by documents, photos, and a calmness that makes it all feel that much more chilling. And let's not forget, if she has the receipts everyone says she does, she could take down not just Jimmy, but several members of his team, who allegedly helped orchestrate the cover-up. This isn't just the end of a love story, it's the unraveling of a legacy. Slow, painful destruction of the Dipset mythos, brick by brick. And the public, they're not looking away. They're not saying, let's move on. They're pulling out lawn chairs, popcorn, and meme generators. Every hour brings a new twist, a new leak, a new betrayal that somehow makes this saga even more insane. And still, Jimmy says nothing. Not a single denial, not a hint of regret. Just radio silence while the internet rewrites his legacy in real time. Every old interview clip of him calling Chrissy my rock now plays like a comedy sketch. Every Instagram caption about real love aged worse than unrefrigerated milk. He built an image on loyalty and respect, and now it's being torn apart by the two people he thought would stay silent forever. Ciara's silence was powerful. Chrissy's words were sharper than a courtroom cross-examination, and now both women have spoken in their own way. Jimmy thought he could juggle both worlds forever. But the truth, he never stood a chance. By the time sunrise hit Harlem, the rumors weren't rumors anymore, they were reality with names, timestamps, legal filings, and more receipts than a Black Friday sale. Gossip blogs from the shade room to teenagers with $40 ring lights on TikTok had just one name trending: Ciara, Princess. And while Chrissy dragged Jimmy with emotional precision, it was Ciara's turn to drop the hammer with courtroom-level evidence and a silence so strategic, you'd swear she had a PR degree and a hit list. The courthouse scene was nothing short of chaotic. Reporters elbowing each other outside, fans holding up Team Ciara and Chrissy deserved better signs. And a group of Harlem aunties sipping coffee like they bought front row seats to a live soap opera. Inside, Jimmy looked like a man on trial, not just legally, but publicly, spiritually, and culturally. His lawyer, rumored to have pulled 3 all-nighters just prepping damage control, looked one sarcastic side-eye away from retiring. Then came the moment Harlem collectively stopped breathing. A sleek black SUV pulled up. Door opens. Out steps Ciara Princess Harris. No smile, no tears. Just a black trench coat, oversized sunglasses, and the type of calm only a woman with nothing to lose and everything to expose wears to court. 1 witness even claimed she whispered to her lawyer, "Let's bury him nicely." And bury him she did, in a voice so composed it could freeze fire. Ciara laid out the entire story. From meeting Jimmy during a club appearance where he dropped $5,000 on bottle service and left $10,000 lighter after getting her number. 2 secret keys for a Jersey apartment where the baby was conceived and hidden like a ghost. She didn't stutter, she didn't pause. She laid it out like a syllabus sand. The subject was how to end a rapper's career in 3 easy steps. But the real twist, she brought her own burner phones. 3 of them, each filled with texts, voice notes, screenshots, even voice recordings where Jimmy is clearly heard saying, "Just deny it if Chrissy finds out. I got you. Just stay quiet and I'll take care of everything." Another voice note allegedly recorded Jimmy badmouthing Chrissy. "She always loud, always emotional. I ain't trying to hear that no more." One of the deposit slips matched exactly what Chrissy's private investigator uncovered in part 2. A fake LLC name, tied to a fake invoice routed through a charity supposedly helping inner-city youth learn music. Only the money went to baby clothes, formula, and private health care at a Hoboken birthing suite. And when the judge asked if Jimmy's team would like to respond, nothing. Just silence. Not even eye contact. 'Cause what do you say when every lie is backed up by your own voice, your own money trail, and 2 women you thought would never compare notes? "I stood by him when it cost me my peace, my pride, and my future. I now stand by the truth. I owe nobody my silence. I wish them healing, but I'm done protecting the guilty." Short, brutal. Final dot, the courtroom fell into stunned silence. And outside, Harlem was combusting. Hashtags like Dipset Downfall, Ciara the Queen, and Chrissy Wins were trending worldwide. Meme lords worked overtime. One viral TikTok edited Jimmy's crying face from an old bet interview onto the Titanic ship as it sank, with Chrissy and Ciara standing on the lifeboat sipping wine. Another showed Jimmy's "We Fly High" chorus dubbed over courtroom footage with the new lyrics, "We lied high, now we fall low." Then came the final nail in the coffin. The judge ordered a preliminary investigation into potential financial misconduct. Because here's the thing, that hush money didn't just come from Jimmy's pockets. It allegedly came from a nonprofit fund meant for Harlem youth. And if even a fraction of that is true, we're no longer talking about cheating or NDAs. We're talking about wire fraud, tax evasion, and criminal misuse of charitable funds. The same Dipset darling who once claimed he was giving back to the block might have been laundering hush money through donation accounts. Sponsors dropped him overnight. Club promoters ghosted. Tour dates vanished from websites. Even his verified Twitter account got flooded with clown emojis and snake gifs until he went silent again. Gone. Off the grid. Rumor has it he's holed up at Mama Jones' place in complete lockdown. No phone, no Wi-Fi. Just regret and the sound of a reputation collapsing brick by brick. And Ciara. After her testimony, she disappeared just as quickly. Sources say she flew straight to LA with her child and a legal team so sharp they make TMZ look like amateurs. One insider claims she's already negotiating an exclusive streaming deal under the working title, The Baby Mama Who Broke Dipset. Chrissy, meanwhile, posted just one thing on her Instagram, a black screen with the words, "You ever love someone so long you forget who you were? I remembered. I don't love him anymore. Y'all can have him, secrets and all." Boom. Internet. Broken again. And here's the part that hurts the most, not just for Jimmy, but for every fan who believed in the fairy tale. This wasn't just the death of a relationship. This was the dissection of a brand. Dipset was always about family, loyalty, hustle, and now it's the punchline to every late-night joke, every viral TikTok, every messy podcast episode. Music won't save him. The silence won't protect him. And the streets, they already chose a side. Because while Jimmy played both women like pawns, they flipped the board, called checkmate, and walked away with the game. The truth's out. The legacy's done. And the baby is the only innocent one in this whole mess. And if you think that's the end, nah, this is just the closing credits to the movie. The lawsuits are coming. The IRS is watching. And Dipset's golden boy might be facing real consequences in a real courtroom. Just the one online. So yeah, ... Chrissy didn't just lose her mind, she reclaimed her power, and now Jimmy. He's the one who lost everything. Everything.